Hello knitters, this is Faye Lynn from Strands Knitting Studio in San Clemente, California, and this is week 5 of our 6 weeks of Christmas. And this week I'm going to focus on the little people in your life. So there's so many ideas. I can only touch on a few because there's a multitude of different kind of outfits, toys, dresses for their dolls, like their American Doll dresses. There's patterns for those. There's so many things. Barbie dresses. Remember your mom knitting you Barbie dresses? You can do that too. So anyways, I'm going to show you a few ideas. This is by no means anywhere near all the ideas, but maybe start your thinking along as you think about what might work for the people that you have in your life. And so the first thing I'm going to talk about is the babies. And of course, baby sets. I love baby sets. And you've seen some of these, but this one's new. So I have finished this little romper set. And it is a romper, if you can see, adorable. And of course you could do this in more Christmas colors or holiday colors, you know, reds and creams or something, and have it be their Christmas outfit for the year, for this season, which would be great. You just get some tights and a shirt to go underneath it. And this one also has a blanket that goes with it. So this is on the smaller size. We don't knit really big blankets anymore. This one's on the smaller size of what we usually knit. It is a little bit on the small side, but this is easy to carry around. It's easy to throw in the car, in the stroller, and once the child gets big enough, it's really easy for them to carry it around, which is really the best part if they're carrying it around and it's their blanket. So we do knit smaller blankets. We don't knit real big ones anymore. They don't use real big ones anymore. So there's one set. Then I have a blanket set with a toy. Blanket set and the toy. And this, to me, this is one of the best ideas of anything and a toy. You know, hat and booties and a toy, little dress and a toy, because then the child actually has something to play with and not just wear. So I love making toys to go with whatever I'm making. And there are a lot of ideas for that. Toys can be a little bit fiddly, and so this pattern, which you've seen before, my little people, and here's my elephant. Notice the different size is because of the different yarns. So you can make these as big. I'd say this guy is like, he's probably 6 inches. He's probably 4 inches. And yeah, that's probably right. And depending on the yarn, if you doubled worsted yarn, it would be bigger than this. And so you can make them as big and small with the same pattern. And what I like about this pattern is it's a tube. There's no parts to sew on. You just stitch down where you want the arms and legs and stuff. This guy, you picked up for the ears and you picked up for the nose, so there's still no sewing on. And the woman who's using this pattern, this is an old pattern. I used to actually use this to teach. One of the first things I had my little people, my kids knit in the Waldorf school was this pattern. And but she's taken that basic pattern, which there's several that are free, and then she's just done all these different things with this basic pattern. So there's lots of animals that are like forest animals, and then there's a whole farm series of all the farm animals and Farmer John, and I don't know what else is in that series, but there's a whole farmer series. There's a nativity series, which is also really cool. So you could make a whole nativity set that they could actually play with, you know, because it's like just this, and which would be really cool. It comes out every Christmas. So I'm really big on the toys as sets. And then the other way I like to use toys is with books. So to find a book and then knit something that's out of the book. So one of my favorite books, because it's about knitting, is called The Mitten. And it's about this grandma who knit her grandson a pair of red mittens. He loses one when he's out in the snow romping around. He loses one. The animals find it. And so one by one, all these animals end up going into this mitten, which then becomes big. You know, they stretch it all out. And I think there's 5 or 6 different animals that go into the mitten to stay warm together. And so you would knit each of these little animals and a big mitten that they could all fit into. And that, like, I love that. The other really popular book for knitters is The Hungry Caterpillar. And there is a pattern for the Hungry Caterpillar that looks like on the book, in the book. And so you knit the Hungry Caterpillar, you give them the book, you're done. You know, it's a great gift. It'll be used a lot. Every time he wants to read the book, he's got the caterpillar. And so any book that you find that you really love, there's also one called The Tomten, which is a Norwegian book, and it's sort of a little gnomey guy. He's a little different than a gnome, but he's basically a little gnomey guy. And so you could do a gnome and give him the Tomten, who takes care of the farm and looks on everybody at night while everybody's sleeping. And so books and knitted toys, fabulous idea. And then of course, just outfits, dresses that they can use all year round. We have so many ideas in the store. There's so many ideas online that I can't even begin to go there. But go into Ravelry, look under toys, look under baby stuff, look under children's stuff. Go on to Etsy, go on to Pinterest, so get ideas of what you might think. You might come up with something really cool, and then come on in and we'll help you make it happen. And if you don't have ideas, come on in, because we have lots of samples and lots of ideas that can help make it happen. So I hope you enjoy knitting for the little people. It's actually really fun because the stuff is fast compared to like a blanket and a pillow. That's a little bit bigger, but these things go pretty quickly, and they're just so much fun to do, and it makes them really happy and smiley, and what's better than that. So that's week 5, and down below you'll have pictures from all the last weeks, and I hope you have a very good week and that we see you in the studio really soon. Bye.